Welcome back everyone to Piney Plays the Arcane Trickster, where last time we learned why the bodies were being snatched. Now we need to alert the proper authorities, I believe. Fortunately, the perfect opportunity to alert higher authorities has already presented itself. It seems you've been invited to meet Baron von Albrecher. The Baron often puts on little receptions at his castle for people he finds interesting. While you're there, you can tell him about your killings and the corpses. Alright, fine. I will speak to his messenger, who is Petra Meldung. Alright. Petra Meldung? I know, not a very auspicious name if you ask me. Sounds like a name of a corporalite. Alright, here she is. My master sends your greetings, Pine Trick. You've been quite an impression. I am here on the behalf of the Baron von Albrecher. He's eager to meet the brave and brash newcomer to these lands, so he invites you to a reception at his home. And don't think for a moment about changing your attire. You look suitably exotic for a stranger from afar. Alright, and where's the Baron's party happening? I have something to tell him. Oh, the reception is being held at Schloss Albrecher, a most impressive castle, and the Baron's ancestral home. Alright. A boat has been dispatched to fetch you. Go down to the harbor and look for the craft that will take you across the bay to the castle. Right, so I will go to Schloss Albrecher and attend the Baron's reception. What could possibly go wrong? Now, I wonder whether the mast on this ship is here just for decoration or if it's a supplemental item, so that if you ran out of coal, you could still hoist the sail up there and be able to move it. Well, I don't know, but here is Schloss Albrecher reception. The proper authorities. I don't know, when I'm greeted by a pair of shrines, it doesn't...
You have arrived at Schloss Albrecher under the pretext of attending the Baron's reception. Yet you're not actually here to mingle. Instead, you plan to tell the Baron that the citizens of Lamortia are being killed to create servitor constructs. Perhaps you can enlist his help in stopping this horrifying practice.
What could possibly go wrong? Anyway, it's not very auspicious when you enter a place and see a pair of shrines right in front of you. Well, open up!
The Baron's Grand Hall is just that, grand. Your senses are overwhelmed with the sights, sounds, and smells of this opulent reception. Yet the Baron himself is nowhere to be seen. You'll need to find someone close to him to gain an audience.
Alright.
Most of the guests are dressed to the nines, but this woman in a lab coat and goggles sticks out like a sore thumb. She stands far away from the others, eyeing them with clinical disdain.
Don't bother me. Okay. A friend of mine has tried keeping the Grimshika as a pet. At the end of 2 weeks, she had dozens of them. Oh, they're like tribbles. They reproduce very quickly, apparently. The gangsters are killing off all the slum dwellers? Bah! Good riddance. Wonderful. Morn and I must be making a fortune from those servitors, but I get the feeling she doesn't care. What, that she's making a fortune or about whatever? The mayor's is over his head. The body snatchers are running wild in Ludendorff. Mordenheim must be making a fortune from these. Oh, whatever. What about?
This table is practically overflowing with food, even while Lamordia teeters on the edge of starvation.
And that's
the Baron is clearly sparing no expense.
Well, how's that different from any other society in history, right? The ultra rich, they got plenty of food. The poor, what's food? Oh, okay, here's a gnome. I'm so tired of heavy winter clothes. Remember summer? Wonderful. Boy. Too bad I can't get some of these people to Stormreach. Then they'll really experience summer. I'm planning to replace my workers with servitors. Productivity will skyrocket. Alright. We'll have different types of troubles, I think. The water in the harbor is so choppy these days. The captain on the way over said that the icebergs are starting to form. Alright. Well, anything over on this side? Let's see what's here. Cora Schober. This is just preposterous! Oh, what's the matter? I didn't just come here to enjoy the party, though the wine is quite delicious, I do say so myself. Recently, I was able to procure some documents that implicate the Baron in unsavory business practices. Well, I hope they're not the business practices I'm coming here to expose. Anyway, where were we? Oh yes, unsavory business practices. The Baron is a reasonable man, so I intended to approach him with these documents and get an explanation before deciding how to go forward. Was that, or is she planning on blackmailing him? I don't know. Now, picture my surprise when I arrive here and the nosy guards confiscate the documents at the door. Oh, what a shock! I am sure the whole situation will be resolved easily when I meet with the Baron, but the stubborn vault-keeper won't give me my documents back before the meeting. Well, I can see if I can get them back for you, if you can get me to an audience with the Baron, that is. Oh, you would do that for me? Oh, what a dear you are. Yes, I can pull some strings if you want to get the documents back. Great!
One of the guests has asked you to retrieve some highly sensitive documents. If you help her out, she can arrange an audience with the Baron for you.
I mean, there are advantages to being a rogue, I think. Memorandum to confidential staff. The Baron is eager to host his reception, which he believes will improve morale amongst the Lamordia's elite. It is imperative, however, that our guests not learn of the growing tensions between the Baron and Dr. Mordenheim, nor can they be made aware of the full extent of the food shortage situation. So you want to hide the fact that there are severe food shortages by serving lots of food. Oh, great. We must present a flawless facade of good cheer to the public. Right. It's locked. Well, I can do something about that, right? This door cannot be picked. Well, so much for advantages of being a rogue. Welcome, distinguished guest. What can I do for you? A few documents were erroneously taken from this lady over there. I'd like access to the vault to return them to her. My sincerest apologies. Only Baron von Albrecher's staff may access the vault at this time. Please return to the party.
The Vault Keeper says that only the Baron's servants are allowed to remove things from the vault. Oddly, he made no mention of the Baron himself. In any case, you'll have to convince him to give you the documents, or perhaps you can find a more clandestine way. There's a door here. Perhaps you won't have to get permission to access the vault. With the right technique, you could walk right in and take the documents yourself.
Okay, so I can pick it, it's just I can't pick it until after I talked to the receptionist. Good to know. I'm sure I'll forget it before the next time I run this adventure. Open up! Well, hold on. There's a trap here. Well, I assume that's to keep somebody from doing what I'm about to do. And I'm assuming that even though there's several chests here, I'm only going to take the one that we need. After all, I shouldn't just be stealing everything, I guess.
You deftly procure the documents from the vault. Now to return them to the rightful owner and see if she'll put in the good word for you.
Here you go. Ah, you're back. You found the documents yet? Yep, I hope these are the ones you're looking for. Ah, yes, my documents. Thank you ever so much. I'll get that audience for you right away. Thank you.
You've managed to arrange an audience with the Baron at long last. You can find him in his study on the east side of the castle.
All right. Now. Hello there. Sacha Luverent. Luerens. Okay, Sasha Luerens. Oh, what am I to do now? About what? Oh, Schloss Albrecher has many rare and exciting magical artifacts in Baron's private archives. As a connoisseur of such items, I am determined to see them during my visit. Yet, when I attempted to enter the archive just now, a gaggle of hairless cats pounced upon me. At first, I found this strange, as I have never known my good friend, the Baron, to be keeping such pets. Then I realized that they must be Grimishkas. I don't want to be anywhere near those creatures when the inevitable happens. What do you mean by the inevitable? Grimishkas react violently when exposed to magic, and as I am sure you can guess, such reactions can be rather difficult to handle when you are surrounded by magical artifacts. Those cat-vaulting creatures could explode at any moment, so I am not going there while they remain. Okay, I can clear them out if you can get me an audience with the Baron. Now there's an idea. Very well. You have yourself a deal. You clear those Grimishkas, and in the meantime, I'll see about pulling some strings for the Baron. The beasts are in the room over there. Now, technically, you only have to do one, but there is an optional to do both of them.
This man wants you to clear out the Grimishkas in the Baron's archives. Perhaps he'll put in a good word with the Baron if you do a bit of pest control for him.
Okay. Now what happens if you use magical weapons? Oh. Okay. Okay. Oh. It was the masters of stealth. They just seem to appear out of nowhere. Oh. I do wonder what would happen if I tried casting a magic spell on one of them. Oh well. I was expecting something more volatile. Maybe they're highly sensitive to magic, is what he's talking about. Oops, sorry about that.
That should be the last of the Grimishkas. Now to return and see whether you can arrange an audience with the Baron.
Okay. I found a stat block for Grimishkas. Magic allergy, once per day. Immediately after the creature is within 30 feet of the Grimishka casts the spell, like I've been doing there, the Grimishka can spontaneously react to magic. Roll a 1d6 to determine the effect. 1 to 2. The Grimishka emanates magical energy. Each creature within 30 feet of the Grimishka must succeed on a DC 10 Constitution saving throw or take 3 1d6 force damage. Okay. And 3 to 4. The Grimishka surges with magical energy and regains 3 hit points. Or 1d6. I guess it depends on 3 if you're doing things very, very quickly, or if you're doing things slowly, you roll. Or whatever. Yeah, I guess a lot of monsters must be using. Usually when I think of D&D, I think of the days when you had to actually do the rolls for everything, so I guess they've have the shorthand in there now for, I presume this is for 5th edition Grimishkas. The Grimishka explodes and dies on a 5 to 6. And one swarm of Grimishkas instantly appears in the space where this Grimishka died. The swarm uses the Grimishka initiative. Okay. So it explodes and reforms into several more Grimishkas. I can see why someone how they managed to repopulate very, very, very quickly. You're back! How goes the Grimishka hunting? Oh, very well, they're all gone. Ah, splendid! While you were out dealing with that, I was able to arrange for an audience with the Baron, as you have requested. You should be able to speak with him in the office to the east side of the Schloss Albrecher. Best of luck! Thank you very much. Okay, so that takes care of that little side light. Now to the east side, which is...
A hush falls over the crowd, as if someone is about to speak. To your surprise, everyone turns to listen to a voice coming from a small mechanical... Welcome to Schloss Albrecher. I am honored to have so many of Lemordia's most eminent citizens here tonight in my home. I apologize that I am not there to greet you in person. Regrettably, I must attend to some vital affairs of state instead. However, you mustn't let my absence inhibit you. Eat, drink, make merry. Do not let this fine feast go to waste. The prophets of doom will tell you that these are troubled times. Yet with all the brilliant minds and courageous souls assembled here, I cannot help but feel that Lemordia's future must be warm and bright. So let us lift up our voices and our glasses to toast the brighter future that must surely arrive soon. To Lemordia!
To Lemordia. Okay, so, where is this box? I mean, obviously he has a speaker around here somewhere. Not sure where. The rest of the guests seem to know where, but this is, no, that's to the north. I was told to go to the east, right? How about over here? No, that's west. Are you sure it's not the north where I need to go? Let's see what's to the north. Maybe I have to go north, then east. Ooh, there's a note here. Note. To all staff, we are not to call attention to the Baron's absence. If you are asked where the Baron is, simply say that he will be making a toast later on in the evening, and that he is very pleased to welcome guests into his home. Okay. Not suspicious at all. George. Have you found an inspiration that you were looking for? No, sometimes it seems close at hand, yet it's leagues away. How is it your own writing coming along? Oh, quite swimmingly. Lately I've been writing about vampires. I'm quite fascinated by their strange state. I'm telling you, John, vampires are so outmoded. They're a thing of the past. New science has revealed much more interesting subjects than that. And is the past such a bad thing? I'd like to see your science find a stranger state of living than that of a vampire. Now there's an idea. Of course, that's an interesting thing about this exchange between those two because of the little contest they're having on writing something. And of course, John goes on to write the first. It is not the first vampire story, but the first what we call the classic vampire novel. I think it might have been a novella anyway. Anyway, the first really classic vampire story, of course, is John's the vampire, and of course married. Of course, thinking of something other than undead right about, and of course that's where Frankenstein comes from. So now that we're done with the little talk of the little Easter egg,
flies open and someone shoves past you. The woman in a lab coat from earlier.
Okay, let's see. What did she say there? Spineless buffoon! I'm playing a brilliant artificer with no patience for the slow-minded cattle around here. Okay.
You've entered the Baron's office, but there's still no sign of the man himself. Then a voice issues from a mechanical device on...
Ah, the heroes I've heard so much about. Don't be shy. Come in and tell me what I can do for you.
Uh-huh. Now then, what can I do for your friend? I wish to inform you that the malefactors are killing Lemornians so that they could then reanimate them through novel science methods.
What's that? Very concerning. Please, gather round. We should discuss. Quite right to bring this to my attention. There's nothing to worry about. Everything is well in hand. You see, I'm the one who asked Dr. Mordenheim to build the servitors to begin with. The servitors are essential to manning the fishing fleet, and without the fleet, Lemordia would starve in a matter of weeks. So, a few must die now to provide servitors. This saves lives later on. Surely you can see that. I must admit, it's not the sort of thing the masses would understand. Which is why I can't let you leave.
All right.
The floor beneath you gives way. You plummet down to the dungeons below Schloss Albrecht.
Oh well. Ah. Well, so much for that.
Welcome to another part of my home. A part most of my guests never get to see. This is where I keep some of the things Dr. Mordenheim sends me. Experiments. They're useful for security. You'll provide a splendid test of their capabilities.
Let's see, magical resistance rating. See if I understand. This gives +7 to physical and magical resistance ratings. Alright. Yeah, okay. Yeah, magical rate. Yeah, physical and magic. Okay, they're the ones on the right there. Okay, that should be handy. Now, let's see if there's any way out of this mess.
The cave opens up here. In the chamber ahead, you see a hulking monstrosity, profanely sewn together and given some mockery of life.
Okay, well.
The huge creature falls to the ground. the floor shaking around it. Its body is motionless once more.
Alright. Now, let's break a few things. Ooh, a moonstone. Are we done with this? Oh, hold on. Another one of these things? This looks like this is going to be... Alright. Looks like this is the next one. Okay, and then... Okay, this one. That one. Can we go around this way? Just to make sure that I don't cross the stream, so to speak. Because we're not supposed to cross the streams, I think, right? And this one. Now, what was that supposed to accomplish? I suppose we go this way next, then? Up and around. I'm not too sure which way is... Actually, this is the way I came from, isn't it? Okay, yeah, that's the elevator. Okay. Oh, a note. Memorandum to confidential staff. The Baron has ordered us to hire investigators to look into Dr. Mordehai's activities. In particular, he needs more information about the woman called Elise, as well as a trip Dr. Mordehai took to make a shrine in the Sleeping Beast Mountains shortly before the recent inclement weather began. Staff are reminded that Dr. Mordehai cannot be allowed to know this investigation is underway. Well, no one trusts anyone else, I guess.
This is a service elevator. While it could return you to the heart of the Baron's castle, you are clearly no longer welcome there. You should find another, less conspicuous way out.
A less conspicuous way out. That means not this direction, but the other direction. Well, I guess that means we need to be here.
Don't imagine you can escape. My castle is staffed by very capable guards, and these cabins are full of other things.
Other things. Memorandum to confidential staff. If Dr. Mordehai is reluctant to provide her expertise to the Baron for either the fishing fleet or the Baron's personal issues, then the Baron has authorized the following response. First, remind Dr. Mordehai that she depends on the Baron's generosity for the equipment and supplies that she needs to conduct her experiments. Second, inform Dr. Mordehai that, while the general public is unaware of her role in the current weather situation, the Baron has learned of the bargain that she had made, and he will not hesitate to make this information known. So apparently Dr. Mordehai is responsible for the weather?
The Baron is blackmailing Dr. Mordehai to help him with his issues. Or else he'll tell the world about her bargain. But the details of the issues and the bargain are unclear.
Well, what else is new? I mean...
That's strange. There's a door here, but you can't seem to find a way to open it. For now, you'll have to content yourself with imagining what lies beyond.
Alright, well... Imagine that. Ooh. Silver! Silver! Oh! Now, at first I was wondering, well, why would there be silver lying around? But then we've got all this electricity all over the place, so perhaps you'll have a bit of silver around, considering that it's a really nice conductor of electricity. I'm sure the Baron will use silver
The way out
wires.
is blocked by an electric barrier, similar to the ones holding in the scientists' experiments. Disabling this barrier will likely disable all the other barriers as well, releasing who knows what. But there's no other way out, and it's not likely to be coming back here in any case.
Right. Surely I won't be coming back here. What reason would that happen? That, of course, guarantees that I'll be returning here, but that's beside the point. No. What does this do? You pull the lever, but the power continues to hum vexingly. Perhaps you should try a different combination. Okay, so obviously there is more to be done. And you? Back. Oh. 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 Now these guys. Now the problem is I've been turning those tiles willy-nilly by accident. Oh. Alright, now, let's see what we've got here. Oh, a note. Good. 2. Redirect power. Power the crystal corresponding to the region needed to paying power, and then pull the admin lever. Warning, do not power all 3 crystals at the same time. This will cause the power to short out. Oh, causing a short circuit. Oh, bother. In case of full loss of power, any power barriers will automatically switch to backup power. However, this will only last for 30 minutes, and then the active barriers will fail. Make sure that any maintenance to the main power is done while the power is off to avoid serious bodily harm. All 3 crystals assigned, this will cause power to short out. In case of full power loss, power barriers will automatically switch to backup power. Alright, so now, let's see, we want to, so if we did this, alright, there, nothing is. Oh, what if we, I mean, usually when they say don't do something in an adventure like this, they mean that is absolutely what you must do. Alright, fine. So, 1 turn of that will power up that side, right? Okay, good. But we can't have all 3. You know, I think it's physically impossible to have all 3 active at the same time. Right? Because this is only powered from that side, but you can't do both sides. Alright, well, we'll worry about that later. We'll bring this down here. This. So if I did this, oops. Alright, that's 2 of those. Alright, what happens if I go to the other side? Now I have 2 of these lit. Alright, so either I had to have none lit or all lit. Ah, okay. I'm so used to these things not being turnable that I didn't think, oh, what if I turned this one? So that means that I do this, and that this gets turned around there. Sneaky! Very, very sneaky. What could possibly go wrong?
The sounds of crackling electricity fade as the power in this area shuts down. Now to escape before any newly freed experiments find you.
I don't know where you think you're going. There isn't anywhere in Lamordia for you to hide. You will pay for meddling with Dr. Mordenheim's scheme, one way or another.
Alright, well, I'm sure I will. But I'll just take this treasure while I'm leaving. Let's see. Socket chain. Socket chain. Insightful wizardry plus 8. This is, oh, it's a type of magical necklace. Wizardry plus 96. Well, and insightful wizardry 48. Well, I don't think I do enough actual spell casting on this character to make that significant. But any treasure is nice. I think I'm going to have another quest giver here who's not going to be happy with me. You've returned? This is most unexpected. Not to mention awkward. I was led to believe that I wouldn't be seeing you again. Well, absent other instructions, I'll give you the offer that I was authorized to make if you prove to be difficult. Take this from the Baron and leave Lusendorf forever. You don't want to stay here with the Baron as your enemy. Okay, well, I'll see what the Baron has to say about this. Well, okay, what bribe has you got for me here? It's interesting that they had this, because obviously we're in a hostile situation here potentially, so yes, as a bribe. Okay, not really. The proof against poison. Well, it seems that I just got rid of my proof of poison. I don't know, but this is tumble on it. Goggles of Open Locks 10 versus Search plus 5. I mean, yeah, it's another level before I can use it. I'll think on it. Oh, that was interesting. I don't know what you did at the reception, Pine Trick, but the Baron is furious. Indeed, I've been told that I'm not even supposed to speak with you. Given all that you've done to help with the Deathmongers and the horrific practices, however, I'm willing to turn a blind eye. You aren't here, and I'm not speaking to you. But you must understand, I can no longer provide you with the support from official city sources. Okay, and so what can we do? Well, I'm going to have to tell you that for the next episode of Piney Plays the Arcane Trickster.